Nobody thought it would happen this fast, but it's happening right now. In less than a decade, Chinese carmakers have gone from building cheap knockoffs to producing world-class vehicles that are outpacing Toyota, Volkswagen, and even Tesla. Today, we're diving deep into how Chinese cars are taking over the world, how they're winning markets across Europe, Africa, and Asia, and why this takeover is just getting started. If you thought Chinese cars were just copies, think again. This is the truth about Chinese cars taking over the world. From electric revolution to global strategy, this is the untold story of how China became the new automotive superpower. Not too long ago, the phrase "made in China" in the car industry was a joke. Back in the early 2000s, Chinese vehicles were considered unsafe, outdated, and poor imitations of Western and Japanese designs. But behind the scenes, something was changing. While the rest of the world was focused on horsepower and brand prestige, China was quietly building an empire, investing billions into battery technology, EV infrastructure, and manufacturing scale. Then came the turning point, 2010 to 2020, a decade that completely rewrote the global car story. Meet the new generation of Chinese automakers: BYD, NIO, XPeng, Chery, and Jetour. Names once unknown outside China, now appearing in European showrooms and even challenging Tesla in EV tech. Take BYD for example. Build your dreams. Once a humble battery company, now the world's largest EV manufacturer. In 2024, BYD sold over 3 million vehicles, more than Tesla. Then there's NIO, offering luxury electric SUVs with battery swap technology, or XPeng, developing self-driving systems rivaling Tesla's autopilot, and Jetour, part of the Chery family, crafting rugged, affordable SUVs that are quickly becoming best-sellers in markets like the Middle East, South America, and Africa. China's message is clear. They're no longer following, they're leading. So, how did they pull this off? It comes down to three key advantages: scale, speed, and strategy. Scale: China can produce cars at a volume the world has never seen before. Their factories are fully automated, vertically integrated, and lightning-fast. Speed: Chinese brands launch new models in months, while European automakers take years. And strategy: while the West focused on luxury, China targeted what the world actually needed: affordable, feature-packed, efficient vehicles. In Europe, BYD's Dolphin EV undercuts the Volkswagen ID by thousands of dollars, and yet offers better range and tech. In Africa, Jetour and Chery are selling SUVs with premium interiors. For the price of a compact hatchback, they've mastered value engineering, giving you 90% of a German SUV's quality for 50% of the cost. Of course, there's more to the story than just business smarts. Behind every Chinese automaker stands the Chinese government, fueling the industry with massive subsidies, R&D funding, and strategic planning. China's leaders saw what Silicon Valley did for tech and decided to do the same for electric vehicles. Billions were poured into battery research, EV charging networks, and rare earth mining. The result? China now controls over 80% of the world's EV battery supply chain. So where are these cars going? Everywhere. Europe, BYD, MG, and NIO are storming into markets like Norway, Germany, and the UK. Their EVs are cheaper, cleaner, and surprisingly luxurious. Even Volkswagen is nervous and launching its own China-only brands to compete. Africa and the Middle East. Chinese SUVs from Jetour and Chery are dominating sales. Why? They're reliable, inexpensive, and built for tough conditions. South America and Asia, brands like Geely and Changan are rising fast, opening factories in Brazil, Indonesia, and even Mexico. And soon, they'll arrive in North America. When that happens, everything changes. In Europe and the US, alarm bells are ringing. Governments are now investigating tariffs and trade barriers to slow down the flood of Chinese cars. But it may already be too late. when the product is cheaper, better equipped, and backed by powerful marketing. Customers don't care where it's made. Even Tesla now relies heavily on its Shanghai Gigafactory, and Western automakers source most of their batteries from Chinese suppliers. We're witnessing a new era, a time when the world's automotive power is shifting eastward. The same way Japan revolutionized cars in the 1980s, China is rewriting the playbook in the 2020s. In 5 years, the top-selling car brand in your country might not be Toyota or Ford. It could be BYD, Chery, or Jetour. And you know what? They might deserve it, because while others hesitated, China built, improved, and innovated. So, what do you think? Would you buy a Chinese car if it offered better quality and price? Or do you still trust the old giants like Toyota, BMW, or Tesla? Drop your thoughts below and don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more deep dives into the future of cars. Because the automotive world is changing, and we're just getting started.